Hey everybody, come on in. Won't be long. Sorry I can't turn the cameras on. My sister had surgery today, so she's resting. So I stepped out, do a quick live. Come on in. We'll give people a chance to get in. Got a few things to talk about. Hey, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. It's still cold. Snow still everywhere. Ice. Ugh. But I mean, I ain't trying to complain, but I am not a winter person. Hey, Harlem. Hi. Welcome. I'm not sure if you heard me. My sister had surgery, so that's why I don't have my camera on. But I wanted to do a quick live since it's been a few days since we've been live. We gotta, but there's things to talk about. So come on in. We'll give people a chance to get in here. She's resting right now, so I got a chance to come in. Hello. Yeah, it went good. She's in pain, so they gave her something. That's why she's sleeping. And they told her she needed to get up and walk. I was like, dang, already? But she did good. She did good. I'm just glad she's resting. Hey, y'all, don't forget to hit the like button when you come in. Hit the like button and let's talk about it. Oh, shoot. I spelled that wrong, and I don't know if it'll let me. Uh, it won't let me edit my question, my Q&A. That is Stefon Diggs, is what that's supposed to say. I don't know. My phone always do that. But we're gonna talk about Stefon Diggs, Cardi B, because they are everywhere, all over the internet. Um, and we're gonna talk about a couple of other things. We won't be here too long, because of where I'm at. But I wanted to go live and see what you guys are thinking. How's everybody? Did everybody stay on warm? Man, I wish that let me edit it, but oh, it'll let me delete it. Drag. Okay, let's try it again. Hey everybody, welcome in. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. It keeps us in the algorithm. It's a free way to support the channel, and we do appreciate each and every last one of y'all. So if you would hit that like button for me, thank you. Let's try this again. So the question of the live, for the live tonight, the big question is Stefon Diggs guilty of what the chef is alleging? So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. Let's talk about a few short topics first. Again, welcome in anybody that's here. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Don't forget that like button. It takes just a half a second to hit the button. Let me know that you can hear me okay. Just, yeah, you can hear me. I'm in a place where I can't get too loud, so interact with us in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. So, is Stefon Diggs guilty of what the chef is saying? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Okay, there's a yes. All right, you guys, come in. Is Stefon Diggs guilty? Like, is the chef telling the truth about what is going on? We gotta know. We gotta know. She says no, he's not guilty. Let me know what y'all thinking. Don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. The like is not matching. The likes are not matching the people in here. So if you go ahead and hit the like. So before we get into Cardi B and before we get into Cardi B and Stefan, I want to talk a little bit, first of all, listen, Ray J. I want to talk about Ray J, my guy. So he was sick. He was in the hospital, really sick. He came back out. He got out, said that his heart was pumping 25%. And now he's on live saying the doctors told him he won't make it through 2027. He is saying that um, if something like that was to happen to him, that his baby mama or his ex-wife and his children will be fine. He's very comfortable with that. And he also said that Brandy paid his bills up for the rest of this year, so he don't have to stress on that, which I thought was very considerate of her, because she's balling right now. She's very relevant right now. So she rehashed herself. She reignited the Brandy brand, and so she's well enough to do that, and that's a blessing for him. But I'm just gonna say that I'm not going to accept what the doctors are saying. We're gonna keep praying for Ray J, and Ray J's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine tomorrow. His mom and dad will pick him up. They'll go have his checkup. He's gonna be fine. He'll be all right. Again, for this live, you guys, the question is Stefon Diggs guilty? So let us know in the chat what you're thinking. I want to talk a little bit about Clarissa. So y'all know that the my girl Clarissa Shields. So y'all know she's about to go. She got a big fight coming up, February the 21st, I believe, and yeah. So, yeah, let me get back to Ray on that one, Harlem. So, I agree. The only way that he can be better is if he does what they say to do, and I feel like a part of that is he got to get away from any rugs he was using. He's got to not drink. He's really got to be focused on his health in order for that to work. And I believe it could work if he does the work, if he puts the work in to make it work. And I feel like his kids should be that motivation for him to want to do right, and his mom and dad and sister. Like, think about your family, because when you do stuff like that, for me, I feel like it's really selfish, because you think, oh, I'm not hurting nobody but myself. But in reality, like, your kids, his kids adore him, and they will be hurt. They will be hurt. And Princess loves him. She wants him to be well and do right and get off the drugs and be the Ray that she met, right? And his mom and dad and sister adores him. Their little small family, and his niece, Brandy's daughter, they love him. And so I feel like, don't be selfish in that you gonna drink anyway, or you feel like you're not hurting anybody but yourself, if you do it. So I just hope that he follows through. Whatever they're telling him to do, just do it. You don't have no bills to worry about right now. She took that stress off of you. You got a good mama taking care of them kids. You've done your part to take care of your kids. So focus on what makes you happy. If the music makes you happy and you got things you need to get off your chest, go make a bomb song. Go make a beat. Do what makes you happy, relax, and stay sober. That's my 2 cents on Ray J. All right, let's move on to my homegirl, who is getting ready to, like I said, she got a match coming up in this month. Well, coming up February. She has on February 21st, I believe. And so we caught an interview with her, addressing the fact that she was on someone else's, pretending to be like she was someone else when she called in somebody's live, right? Do y'all want to know what her response was? Let's listen to it, if it let me. Yeah, Clarissa.
sounded like you. What are your thoughts on that? If I did, so what? Exactly. Which is a good answer. Hot topic. We gotta know.
So, did y'all hear that? Let's hear it again.
Clarissa, was that you on the call on that show? People are saying you called into a show and it sounded like you. What are your thoughts on that? If I did, so what? Exactly.
So, whoever's with her. So, and if you do, you're a liar. That's what. So, listen. She calls, she really did call in and pretend she was someone else. So you should see her face on this video. They said, okay, it's being said that you called in pretending to be someone else. Her response, if I did, so when so what? And then whoever's with her is like, next question, next question. You know why? Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, Harlem will beg to differ, but Clarissa is the GOAT. She my homegirl, but she was looking crazy when they asked her the question because she know that was crazy. You ain't have to call in and act like you were somebody else. Didn't even disguise your voice. Like now, when they ask you about it, you like moving right on. Like you didn't even want to address it. They asked her that question on the day of her press conference. And she was like, if I did, so what? Move on. Other whoever else is with her is like, next question, because they know that's crazy. Clarissa, you know that's crazy. Also, we're hearing rumors that Papoose is really wanting out of the relationship. I'm gonna call that cap because I feel like he really care about her. Whether he got into that relationship because of her money. They saying he's wearing her jewelry. She went and bought a Louis Vuitton and wrapped it up and then had him to give it to her. Like if she would call in to a show and pretend she's somebody else, I could see her going to Louis Vuitton store while he's wherever he was on Christmas, wrap up the present, and be like, let's go on live and you give it to me on live. Like, right? Do we think not only in addition to my question about Stefon Diggs being guilty, do we think Papoose is broke? Do we think Papoose is in this relationship because of her money and because she's making him relevant? Here's my opinion on Papoose. He is very talented. Like I believe him when he said he put his stuff, his dreams on the side to help Remy Ma. I believe that he did write a lot of Remy songs, even though Remy's just fire, period. But I believe that he just was in tune to Remy and making sure she was good because that was the kind of man he was to her. And so I believe he has it going on, and I believe he is bringing in some coins. But I think that if I don't know though. I don't know if I'm right, but I think Clarissa probably at this point is the breadwinner. But when you become a team, like, but dang, I want to say when you become a team, like your man, we riding for each other, ride or die, no matter what. Then if whatever she want to do for her man, she can do for her man. But I need him to get if he's going to get a divorce from Remy, which it doesn't look like it, then they need to do that so they can move on, or either go back to Remy. I don't know. But do y'all think that Papoose is using Clarissa for her money? Or does he really have feelings for her? When you look at them and you see them out, anytime you see them out, and anytime he has an interview, he's always saying how much love he has for Clarissa and how she's changed him and all these good things about her. So I'm going to call it that he does care about her a lot and that he does make his own coinage some kind of way. But I mean, I feel like she's the breadwinner. I just feel like that. I could be wrong. Harlow says, all honesty, I know Papoose just as a New Yorker, not as a rapper. I can't recall any of his songs. Right. I do feel like when I hear him, me either. Let me say that. I don't recall any either. But when I hear him in the car rapping, I mean he got bars. He does. I just don't feel like that we've I don't recall anything he's done either. I know one guy that he worked with, that what producer that worked on some music with Papoose, but I don't recall even the song that it was. Um, as far as the relationship, you don't know if it's real. Yeah, I don't know yet. I just don't know. It just seems like it to me. I think that he cares about her. So anyway, she is set to have a big boxing match coming up, and so she better put her money where her mouth is, and I think she'll come off. I almost thought at their press release, I almost thought that this girl was giving money to get in the ring to lose so that she could keep her thing going. Because when they looked at each other and they started smiling and everything at the press conference, like I was like, when I see boxers do that, they ain't smiling at each other. But a few times I saw them kind of smile at each other. So I don't know. Just don't never know about people. But anyway, I'll be tuning in to watch the fight. Let's move on. So I wanted to talk about. Oh gosh, it's hot. I better hurry up too. Um. All right, so I wanted to talk about TK Carter. I'm not sure y'all know who he is, so let me tell you a little bit about who TK Carter is. So we know he is an actor, and I remember him when he was in what was it? Ooh, I can't remember, but he's TK Carter. He was an American actor, so he was best known for his roles in the film Corvette Summer, Southern Comfort, The Thing, Dr. Detroit, Runaway Train, Space Jam, and The Corner. And so Punky Brewster, um, it was something way before that too. Good Morning, Miss Bliss. So a bunch of that. But anyway, we're getting information that he was found unalived in his home at 69. He has um he was found unalive. So the Thing actor TK Carter battled a health problem before his death. I'm not sure if you guys know him, if you remember him. So Google him if you don't know. But TK Carter died at his home after battling serious health issues, according to his family and authorities. The actor's older brother Harold tells TMZ the 69-year-old had been dealing with multiple medical problems in the months leading up to his unaliving, including diabetes and ongoing heart issues. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ that TK's family requested a welfare check on him last Friday, and because they hadn't heard from him in a couple of days. And so they informed the authorities that TK had a high blood pressure, and the officers responded to his residence in California, about 20 miles east of LA, where family members met them on the scene. We're told that authorities entered the home and found TK deceased. He was alone at the time, and it's unclear how long he'd been there, but his personal doctor agreed to sign the death certificate. So I just hate that that happened to him. I remember him. He's a household name. You guys got to go Google him. That is TK Carter. So rest in peace and prayers to his family. Did you see trailer for American Next Top? Yes, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Um, Tyler. Oh, what's her name? Tyler. What's her name? What's the model's name? Tyra. I could not think. Tyra Banks was mean on there. Yeah, Tyra. She was mean. But anyway, but she says though, because I saw the trailer, she said, I knew I went too far. So Tyra Banks says, I knew I went too far in trailer for America's Next Top Model. Tyra Bank is pulling back Pulling back the curtains on America's Next Top Model. Netflix released a trailer on Monday, yesterday, for a new docuseries called Reality Check Inside America's Next Top Model, which features exclusive interviews with Banks, Jay Alexandra, Nigel Barker, Jay Manuel, and more about the hit reality competition series. The trailer features some of the show's most controversial moments, including a photo shoot where model had to switch ethnicities. That's crazy to me. How you switch ethnicities? Oh, is your daughter? You have a daughter? I thought you only had a son. Do you have a son too? So your baby is Tyra. That's pretty. I like her name. There's also a clip where Banks says, "I knew I went too far." So there's another clip that shows Manuel saying, "We were showing the behind the scenes of what the fashion world was." He adds, "I realized Tyra could do anything for the success of her show." So what does that mean? More clips from the trailer includes interviews with some of the former models, Whitney Thompson, Danny Evans, Giselle Sampson. America's Next Top Model ran for 24 seasons. That's a long time. It ran for a long time. So it started in 2003 and it ended in 2018. That was a good long run for America's Next Top Model. The docuseries, directed by Moore Laushi and Daniel Sivan, featured unprecedented access to former contestants, judges, and producers. Furthermore, the docuseries will explore the chaos in front and behind of the camera. I think that's going to be a good docuseries. Two sons and a daughter. Okay, so you just got one girl. I got one girl, one daughter, one son, and I named my son after Tay Diggs. Yeah, but I also wanted him to match mine too. So I was like, how can I put that together? So I named him Marte. Yep, after Tay Diggs. I did that. So anyway, that's America's Next Top Model. It is going to air on Netflix, the docuseries, February the 16th, only on Netflix, y'all. So we got to check it out, and we'll talk about it as we see the entire docuseries. Because I watched that show. I actually watched. Listen. Some people don't like Tyra Banks. I like her. I like her a lot. I was proud how she maneuvered through the modeling world and how she became a whole boss. She was kind of arrogant at times, but it is what it is. How many grandkids you got, Harlow? Because I think it's just me and you on here. If it's somebody else on here, hey y'all, if you come in and this is the replay, please put hashtag replay in the chat. All right, so the question of the evening is Stefon Diggs guilty? Before we get to that, let's move on to something else. Did you guys only the one? Oh Lord, so I know he's spoiled because I know I got two. They the same age. Just can't help yourself about them grandbabies. Yeah, hold on, y'all. Just a second. I'm put on mute. My sister want me. She want me to move her pillow. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. She resting good though. Thank you, Lord. All right, so I probably got too loud. So y'all, did y'all have any issues with TikTok? So the PR person that I work with that gets me the interviews and stuff, that some of the interviews that I get, and some of the people that are featured in my magazine, right? So she is on TikTok and everywhere. She's on all social media sites, and she gets big numbers, all right, on her social media. So she had posted on TikTok, and this was yesterday, and it got 0 likes, 0 traffic, period, right? I had posted something. I usually get like over 100, sometimes 1,200, sometimes, it depends, but it's never like one. I got one view. She got 0 views yesterday. So we're thinking, what is going on? So what we're finding is, if you guys don't know, Bernie Sanders tweeted something yesterday about that. He said that the right-wing multi-billionaire Larry Ellison is taking over TikTok, CBS, MTV, Free Press, BET, CMT, Simon and Schuster, Nickelodeon, Prime Plus, and a couple of others. And they're saying that, just like Steve Colbert, his last day will be May 21st, 2026. They're saying it's the money. They're saying it's the Donald Trump administration. But they're saying that, this social media thing is going to be so different. Like people that were talking about ICE on the social medias, like they're being, I don't know what shadow banned mean, that so that may be the wrong word, but they're kind of just like interfering with people posting about the ICE thing and people posting about Donald Trump, negative stuff about Donald Trump. So I was listening to a podcast and they was like, this is a different world we're living in, which we all know that, but they're saying, just even media is going to become different because of the people that are going to be controlling the algorithm. So that remains to be seen. But I knew that something was going on because this it was a big even on the Breakfast Club they talked about it, and they were saying that this big social media personality hack saying that they were banning her things from TikTok, and they were minimalized their social media, and manipulating the algorithm. So I'm not sure, what's going on, but just like everything else, everything is just is the way it is right now. It's just the way it is right now. I did see Kerry Washington speak out about ICE. So I did a short about if we thought celebrities should speak out about what's going on in Minnesota and the ICE agents and the aggression that they're portraying or that they're showing towards, the people, the citizens of Minnesota. And they particularly highlighted like LeBron James and Taylor Swift, and was like, they haven't said nothing. Why haven't they came out and said anything about what's going on in Minnesota? And so we then see Kerry Washington come out on her social media sites and was like, listen, you guys need to call your senators in your states. And so she did it on live. She called both of her senators and she left a message and she said, this is because of she's demanding that they stop payment to ICE agents and that they, because of their aggression and their, she said the M word, unaliving people, they're emming people aggressively and they shouldn't. So that brings me to my next topic that I wanted to talk about. And that was Mr. What's his name? That was Mr. Alex Pre, Pretty. So if you guys saw it, we all saw the video, right? Here's my whole entire problem with it. I do feel like, y'all tell me what you think. Like, if y'all think I'm wrong, I'm okay with it. But like, I feel like ICE agents are not, they're going off of policy procedures and the way to apprehend someone that is protesting, that may be interfering with what they're doing or whatever. I feel like, so let's use Alex. So we saw Alex, the man, I guess he told him to get out of the way or whatever. And then the ICE agents aggressively pushes this woman down. He goes to try to help this woman and they all just get him, right? They grab him, they kick him, they stomp him, they're all around him. And then we see where they allegedly take his pow pow off of him. So at this point, he's still alive. He doesn't have his pow pow on him, which they're raising this whole fuss about him having a pow pow on him, but he was legal. It was registered, he was legal, it was doing the right thing, right? But once you guys allegedly take the pow pow off of him, he's definitely not a threat. He already wasn't a threat to anyone because it was too many of y'all for him to be a threat. So I feel like Alex's life was taken they in the wrong way. Like he shouldn't have been. He should still be with us today. Is what I'm trying to say. They should never have. And they're saying now that he didn't just get pow by one agent. It was two agents that pow over half a dozen pows. Now, and so why can't we see that that's wrong? Why are the ICE agents still in Minnesota, still being allowed to be there, and still like taking people's lives and no repercussions for it? Like, are they above the law, and they can do what they want to do? Like, that's what it seems like. And I feel like Donald Trump does not even care that these people's lives are being taken because he can make them get out of Minnesota. So I I feel like Alex was M-worded. I feel like it was a massacre on him. He already was not aggressive with you. I mean, he couldn't be a threat to you guys. It was too many of y'all. Then you stripped him of what was on him that was legally on him. So that wasn't a threat. Why did he have to do that? Why come you, if that was the case, why come you couldn't just pepper spray him? It's just bothersome. It's very bothersome. So what we're hearing is that Bad Bunny is going to be performing at the Super Bowl and that ICE agents will be at the Super Bowl. That's just what we're hearing, right? Y'all know who Bad Bunny is, because I really didn't know who he was until I looked him up. But he is a Puerto Rican rapper. He's a Puerto Rican rapper, singer, and producer. And they're saying that he is going to be allegedly performing at the Super Bowl and that ICE agents are going to be at the Super Bowl. Now, how true that is, I don't know. It's just what we're hearing. Hold on, let me see if I have more. Nope, I don't see it. But yeah, it is. It's just all crazy. It's just like no one has control of anything. Like, I think this is just all political. It says that Bad Bunny has a huge fan base in the US and overseas, and he has canceled all of his concerts in the US for fear of ICE showing up. You want to know why? Because he's a Puerto Rican, he's Latino, and that's who his fan base is, right? And then so he has canceled all of his concerts in the USA because he don't want to be responsible for having a concert. His fans come out and see him, for fear that somebody may be arrested inappropriately, beat inappropriately, or powed unalived inappropriately. So he's had to cancel all of his US concerts. But they are saying that he is going to perform at the Super Bowl. I don't know. We'll see. Many political commentators said, you think migrants have money? The political commentators are saying, do you really think migrants have money to go to the Super Bowl unless unless they're working at it? Lord. So, I mean, that remains to be seen. They're just not stopping. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Was I too loud? Oh, okay. Hold on, y'all. You need some more medicine? Okay. All right. Yeah, she said I wasn't too loud. She wake up, she go back to sleep. She wake up, she go back to sleep. All right. So I said it would be quick because I am at the hospital with my sissy, my big sister. I'm the baby sister. But let's talk about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Listen, honey, child, Their love is all over the internet. She cuts for her man. He posted today. Was that today or yesterday? He posted that she had his favorite color on, and I just love you so much. Here's my thing though. I did not know. This is how much I follow Diggs. I didn't know that he had torn his ACL and it wasn't looking good for him. And that at some points he was trying to give up and she was really supporting him during this time. And so that's why you saw him crying at the game Sunday after they had won, because it was just like they took him in. The New England Patriots, they took him in. They believed in him. He started the game, and he's been one of their main receivers for the football team. Like he's been a an important increment to this team, and so kudos to him for that. But besides all that, and even Sunday when I saw the game, I was still thinking in the back of my head about what he has to face after. Hold on, y'all, just a second. All right, y'all, sorry. So I was still thinking like, yeah, this is all good. This is really amazing that they're going to the Super Bowl. But I'm wondering, is it in the back of his mind what he has to face? So here's again the question: is Stefon Diggs guilty? Um, here,
What you got done today? Hmm? What you got done today?
Got Wingstop. We we went fucking sledding. That was it. You go to workouts today? Sick and tired of that shit. I texted Hennessy.
You said what?
I can't make it. Has Dayton been gone?
He ain't go today. We did like the workout shit, and then we did skill after
What time?
10,
10 to what? 12?
something like that.
I'll be saying shit to me. How much money did we get? Fucking helmets and shit. You know what you got this on?
What?
What helmet you
Me
use?
too.
Accent F says in the speak flex. Huh?
Shoot.
but not getting a restraining order, not taking any pictures. Um, they said she did have a mark on her chest or whatever, but this just may not be a strong enough case. Um, just depends on how the his lawyers presented, his defense. I just feel like, or I feel like there could be a possible settlement because he's not going to want to go through it. Can he still do it? Is she denying the settlement? Because at first she just wanted her money, but I think that he could probably pay her off and she would go on. I don't know, but I think that I feel like there was a relation, like they was messing around, and she's in her feelings about that. Like, nah, you used me Like this whole place was a circus. What did I come here for? Well, if you're the chef, you came there to be the chef, and it doesn't matter what's going on in his house. And we're not to talk about what's going on in this celebrity's house, right? But I feel like it was something else. And so I will answer the question. The answer for me is yes. And I think Harlem said yes, and I think somebody said no, and then changed it to yes. So I mean, people believe her. It's just the way. It's just going to depend on the way that they actually present it to the courts. And so it has to play out in the courts. What are your thoughts? If you guys are, thank y'all for being here. Don't forget to hit the like. If you're back here for the replay, put a hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you did come back and watch it. So it was too personal. I think it was, and I think that her feelings got in it. I think her feelings got in it. I think that's why she didn't want to really press charges against him for maybe any possible later on after this all blows over. Maybe we could see each other again. I don't know. But whatever was going on, they just got to, you was there to cook. That's it. But I believe it went further. And he felt like he could do that and get away with it, is what I'm thinking. So yeah, that's my answer to if Stefon Diggs is guilty. I think yes. I think it's too personal. I don't know that this is a strong enough case for her to win. And I also think that she could get a payout and he'll just settle and move on because he's got to move on with his life. Yeah, it's just what I think. All right, so let's move on a couple more and then we'll go. I get loud, I forget. So I want to just like send up prayers for Quentin Aaron, who played in The Blind Side. He was the son, the football player, right? He's on life support. They said he was at home. He fell, but he's on life support, fighting for his life. And I mean, we just wish him the best. Like, that's crazy. It said that the medical device is helping keep, okay, Quentin's wife, he's married. Oh, she's a pretty wife. Aw. But anyway, Quentin's wife, Margarita, tells TMZ that the medical devices helping keep Quentin alive aren't doing all the work. He's partially breathing on his own, which gives the family hope. So it's not that he's totally dependent on the breathing machine, but he is breathing on his own partially, which is a good thing. But according to TMZ, Quentin's been hospitalized for 4 days now, and with each passing day, he is showing more signs of improvement, which that is good news. That is good news from what we heard the first day. Like, he was walking up the stairs and he just fell. They said that Margarita tells them that her husband woke up one morning feeling sore, but thought it was from bad sleep. A few days later, with pain still in his neck and his back, Quentin was walking up the stairs when he lost feelings in his legs. Oh my gosh. And just fell. It's just scary. Just, you feel sore, like you slept bad, and then it turns into this. And I just hope that he gets better. I really do. I hate that for him. Let's send up prayers for Quentin, who played what was his name? Was it Michael? Was it Jason in The Blind Side? I love that movie. Hey everybody, hit the like button as you come in, please. But I loved it. I loved that movie. So we're praying for him. You guys, we talked a little bit about Ryan Wedding, who was this Canadian Olympic snowboarder. and that he was arrested. He turned Olympic snowboarder turned kingpin. So he was in court on yesterday and he pled not Michael is his name. Yes, he played Michael. But Ryan Wedding pled not guilty in court, y'all. So former Canadian Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding pleaded not guilty on Monday to federal charges that he led violent white stuff trafficking ring and orchestrated multiple M words, unalivings. Appearing in a California court, the 44-year-old was ordered and held without bond, which I knew that he wouldn't get a bond. His attorney disputed claims that Wedding surrendered, stating he was apprehended in Mexico after more than a decade as a fugitive. So he wasn't, they said that there was a couple more that they got, but they thought he was one that surrendered. And his lawyer saying, no, he didn't surrender himself. They came and got him. But he's pled not guilty. I'm gonna keep following this story. I'm interested in this story. Hey, right, you made it in for a little bit. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. My class is tonight. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, see you next time. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you always. Right, thank you. All right, y'all. I think I keep wanting to say this is the last story, but let's move on to this one really quick. Like, did y'all okay? Christian Combs says 50 Cent is angry and keeps posting about him because of his baby mama. First of all, who agrees with me? Like, y'all might not, but I feel like it was just not the right time for. They're in here. Hold on. Okay, sorry, they came in here. Anyway, I feel like Christian, like you can't go out on the stage and want people to chant "Bad Boys for Life" at this time in this particular time in y'all's life. Nobody's checking for y'all. And of course, 50 Cent was gonna clown you, so he got mad and he snapped back. So 50 was like, that's what 50 first initially came out said, was like, bad timing, bruh, right? Ain't the time for that. Christian gets mad, he claps back. Well, then now 50 Cent had came back and he was like, oh yeah, remember that shorty you gave them rugs to? What happened to your case? Like, what's going on with your case? Like, they know not to mess with 50. And so I feel like Christian just don't. They said Christian think he his daddy and you ain't. I mean, that's what the people said in the chat. I don't know. But I feel like that was bad time and it was a bad look for him. Bad look for him. So anyway, we talked about Pharrell and his lawsuit, but Pharrell is going to the Grammys. He's facing $1 million lawsuit from the long time. He act like he's slow, Harlem. He act like he's slow. I'm like, you don't know not to do any period. He just moved like that. But he think he's so fine. He think he is fine. Bless his little heart. Bless his little heart. So anyway, yeah, it's over for Bad Boys. It's just over. People they not checking for y'all. Anyway, Pharrell faces a lawsuit and he's going to the Grammys, y'all. So Pharrell Williams is facing $1 million lawsuit from longtime Neptune's partner Chad Hugo, who alleges fraud and withholding royalties. Despite the legal drama, though, Pharrell and Clips are set to perform at the Grammys on Sunday. I will be watching. I like Pharrell. I do. But meanwhile, the multi-hyphenate continues to lead Louis Vuitton, recently debuting a 1970s inspired collection at Paris Fashion Week. So he going on with his life. He's still working. He said, look, I tried to work it out. I've been trying to contact y'all. Hit me up. We can fix this. Right? We ain't got to do all that. But I guess, they haven't made contact and he's still doing it. Yeah. Um, I think that's it. Except for this last thing. Megan the Stallion opened her own Popeyes franchise. Megan, listen, people don't like Megan the Stallion. I get it, but she's a boss. She's a whole boss. And she's doing her thing. And she kind of been quiet lately, but she did come out and they officially opened her Popeye. So I'm excited for her, and I hope nothing but good stuff comes from that. And for Meg, she's happily in a relationship. And yeah, I just wanted to shout her out. I like Meg. I like Meg Stallion. Anyway, I will talk about that tomorrow. Shout out to Shador Sanders, who's being added to the Pro Bowl games. What? He's added to the roster, y'all. So shout out to him. He will replace Drake May. Oh, Drake May, whose New England Patriots have advanced to the Super Bowl. So since May is going to the Super Bowl, they had to find somebody. But I'm glad it's Shador. I'm so happy for him. Like, yeah, give him his props. Everything happens for a reason. So yesterday, just real quick, back on ICE, really quick, and I'm gonna do a short on this. But anyway, yesterday, the judge hears ICE enforcement lawsuit. A federal judge heard arguments on Monday concerning a lawsuit against the Trump administration's immigration enforcement surge in Minnesota. The legal challenge follows the fatal unaliving of Alex Pretty by federal agents on Saturday. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated that the citizens cannot obstruct lawful operations, while Minnesota officials argue the federal tactics are unconstitutional. They said that the Trump administration is trying to, that they're being unconstitutional. They don't care. They don't care about people's lives being taken. They want to put all the blame back on the citizens. But I'm not going to keep dwelling on ICE. I'm gonna end right now because I am here. I always get too loud. But I appreciate y'all hanging in here with me tonight. We'll be back. Tomorrow's Wednesday. It's our off day, but we've been off so many days. I may come back tomorrow depending on how she feels. But again, y'all, thank y'all. I hope y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all. We almost made us an hour tonight. We almost did. So have a good night. Y'all be blessed, and we'll talk tomorrow, okay? Or when the next time we come live. Good night. Thanks for stopping in. If you come back and it's the replay, just put hashtag replay. Also, don't forget to hit the like. It's the best way to keep us in the algorithm. And it's a free way to support the channel. So thank you guys. Share this out. Talk to y'all later.